welcome back. This is the continuation of the input project that we started, or input class that we created a little while ago. So just to make sure it's still working as expected, I'm going to look for the green circle at the top with the white arrow. I'm going to go ahead and open it up. What's your favorite color? I'm going to type in red this time, and there it prints out red. So let's go ahead and make this a little more robust. So if you remember last time, we created our public static void main method here. And inside that, we did a system out what's your favorite color, which is print something to the screen. And then we created a variable called color. And we have our scan object, which got created up here on line 7, which required that I imported the Java util scanner class or jar files or class files. So that got put up there at the top, which allowed me to print it out. But I can mix and match this part down here. So my scanner or my system out on this line allows me to print out more than just text or more than print out a variable. I can actually put multiple lines together there. And I can say color equals, and then I can do the plus sign. So whatever I want to print out to the console exactly as I want, I put quotes around it. And then to append various pieces of information into my print line, I go ahead and use the plus modifier or plus character, and then I print out the variable that I want. So in this case, I have color. This color is just text that I printed out, and then I use the plus sign and print out color. If I run this one, everything has to get saved. What's my favorite color? Orange. And color equals orange. This color equals has no bearing on the string that I created up here. In fact, I can call this one hue, H-U-E, and notice Eclipse is giving me an error already. It had no problem with this piece because that's just text that's printing out to the screen, but it does have a problem with this color here. And if I hover over it, I've got a couple error checks right here. Color cannot be resolved to a variable, so it doesn't know what color has to do. There's nowhere that I've defined color inside here. I can hover over it. It's going to give me a couple possible fixes here. And notice down on the right hand side, I got this red line here, and I'm kind of right where I need to be to find that error. The hover over says I can create a local variable color. I can create a new variable if I wanted to called color, but that's not what I want to do. I want to print out whatever they typed in. So I can create a field color, I can create a parameter color, a constant, or I can change it to hue. Well, that makes sense because that's the hue is actually storing what they typed in. So if I hover over, change it to hue, and if I run it again, go ahead and save it. Everything works great. I'm going to go ahead and type in blue, and color equals blue. Now I've got a couple other things I want to show you here that's important in terms of like a layout. I know we can't do some really fancy stuff with in the console application. These aren't mobile applications or websites, but let's go ahead and do system.out.println, and let's go ahead and say hello from, and I'm going to put a space after from. So I'm going to go ahead and do space, and I'm going to put my semicolon there. And I'm going to type in system.out.println, and I'm going to say Bob. And I'll put exclamation point inside there. So I've got everything fixed. Oh, looks like I have a typo there. I've got a red X that shows up. I got a red underline, and I got a red on the right-hand side. So let's see what it tells me the error is. It says syntax error, unexpected L. Semicolons expected. So it expected a semicolon, but it got an L. Well, that's just a fat finger, so we're going to go ahead and take the L out and put a semicolon there. I'm going to go ahead and run this now, so I have no red X's anywhere. What is your favorite color? We'll go ahead and do purple. Lopes up, everybody. Color purple, hello from Bob. So I did print line hello from, and then I did another print line with Bob, which is what you would expect. I have these on two separate lines. Well, I can format my text a little bit different, and I can change my system out here. So this system out, system.out print line, ln, if I take out the ln, That does not do an automatic carriage return or automatically go to the next line when I get done with this line. It prints out hello from with a space, and then it waits there, and then it adds the Bob after that one. So by taking out the ln here and running it, I now have what's my favorite color, and we'll go ahead and do gold. Hello from Bob. So even though Bob and hello from are on separate lines, by taking out the ln, I can get everything onto one line. So what we have now is we have a printing out a line. What is your favorite color? We have an input from the user using scan next line, and then we have a system out printing out the color of the line they just typed in. Following that, we have another system out with a print without the ln, which prints out hello from, and the cursor waits on that line until the next one comes in, prints out Bob with the exclamation point. When Bob is over with, print line happens, which moves the cursor down to the next line. So the next thing that I ran, actually I'm just going to copy this right here. It says we're going to get good at copy and paste. I can now say bang, actually put 2 exclamation points there, and go ahead and run this, and bang is going to appear below the Bob. So color, we're going to do silver, hello from Bob, and then bang goes down because Bob is on a line that has an ln. When it got done with Bob, it will move down to the next cursor so it could print out bang. So that's a little bit more on the print out capabilities, which you're going to get very familiar with because almost every application you build for at least this class is going to be built using the console app, and that's the one that looks like this, and you can't make that very pretty. I mean, the only color you have access to is black, black, and black. So anyway, that's the extent of this particular lesson. Feel free to keep watching along. Thank you very much.